Well, hello everyone. We're coming back to Bend the Hoops today. Kind of see where everything's going to line up here. I know in my first video I told you that I bent the first arch around a 2,000 gallon tank that was sitting on top of the ground. So basically, it was a tank that stood about 5 feet tall. It was fairly big around as well, maybe 3 or 4 foot. And me and my dad each got on one side of it and just bent it around the tank. So understanding that not everybody has access to a 2,000 gallon tank sitting above the ground, my original thought process was maybe I'll just try a 55 gallon drum barrel. It turned out to bend around. Turned out that is a little bit too small. So what I done instead was I took 2 pieces of shelving board and traced out my first bend of pipe and cut it out with a jigsaw, and I just screwed it to my second piece of shelving board, as you can see here, to kind of make a jig and to give it that arch that we're looking for our greenhouse. So I just bent my first piece. It is not exactly perfect, but I think it's going to be pretty close, and I think it's going to be close enough that we can probably just put the first run, the first hoop that I made in the middle somewheres, and you'll never be able to tell the difference from the rest of them. So I'm going to go through with you and show you how I bend this EMT 1/2 inch conduit around this jig. And this is something that's fairly simple to make. It's just got 2 screws in it, 1 in each end. Again, took the jigsaw and cut out this pattern here, and we'll show you how it is done. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark out 5 foot. Since our conduit is 10 feet long, we want to know where the midpoint is. So I measured out 5 foot. I have a mark here on my jig that is roughly the center. It may not be perfect, or it may not be exactly center, but if I put them 2 marks together then bend around it, it'll be the same. I also add the clamp to keep the pipe from moving, doing anything weird while we're trying to bend it. Probably notice that I'll leave some slack in here. I mean, you can easily put it in place around the jig. What I've done is traced out the first arch, which actually should have maybe been a little bit smaller, so that you get bending on around. So that way, whenever it sprung back, you could have matched the first arch better. But I think that this here will work out just fine. It'll just be underneath a little bit of tension whenever we put it all together, which is probably better anyway. So, got 4 done. Need a total of 20, so 16 more.